shrinking the house for a bit. Have a look at that, eh, guys? All my weed pulling got me this place. Again, I try to tell people passion. So, not in my usual cave area today, but man, I tell you guys. Yeah, just turn that a little bit. Yeah, I got my flannels on. Sure, that comment will come. But guys, man, if you believe the hype, you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the consequence. If you can't just, leave the compulsions at the door, because I know, because I'm guilty of it, man. This audio stuff is like a carrot dangling. Oh man, look at that. Look at that new thing. Oh, look, listen to all these YouTube reviewers saying how great it is. Meanwhile, they got a week with it. And again, I got to go back to streaming, man. This streaming it's been evolving for like 20 years. Like Cambridge was one of the first to do it. I mean, and then they had this, I forget this little company that came out that finally introduced a hard drive, like just having a server, right, for your digital files. And that's all it did. It didn't even have a DAC. And that's the route I always send someone on if they have a separate system. Just leave the DAC out of the equation. So, I've talked about it before. The very first, I consider a high-end, really well-built, beautiful sounding, great software, it was the Arrender. The little shoebox Arrender N100H, right? And that company did their homework before they released things to the market. They got the software end taken care of by engineers that are in the same company. They don't hire extra people out like Bryston does with Manic Moose, which is just a horror show. Absolutely terrible. I just can't believe they can't sort that. But, the Conductor app is one of the greatest in the world, period. I mean, even if there's a little bug, they can tap right into your system and clear that up, right? And now they kind of set the table for the other ones to come along, and I consider them the godfather of it. I mean, Bluos is very, very good too. NAD, I've had it. I think NAD's a superb product. Bluos is a joy to use. But like I say, man, I got to get back to that Ever Solo. Again, I'm not here to get followers and all that other stuff. Sure, it's nice, but I want to tell people the truth that it's not going to be a good idea to just jump on a product that's new to market just because it looks fancy and it can do all this stuff. Come on, man. Preamp, DAC, fancy screen. Like all these things that you just don't need when you want to stream music. It's just prone to failure. But where the Ever Solo fails, because I know someone, I tried to stop him from buying it. He had to get rid of it because the glitches in the software were so bad. Why isn't this mentioned by all these bigwig reviewers that are supposed to have experience? Well, I don't get it. It's such bullshit to send people on a frickin' misdirected path like that. So finally, I could just have no cable. As long as I had sports, I watch YouTube and not hi-fi stuff. I watch stuff about space and cars and animals and all that kind of stuff. But I was scrolling through and there's this guy, I don't know, he sounds like he's not all that popular, but I ran into him. And it says right on the title just how bad it is, right? Finally, another guy that's got a fair amount of followers comes on YouTube and tells the truth about those products. What do I call it? And we all know the saying, jack of all trades, master of none. There's nothing worse than having a frickin' digital player that's either slow or it's glitchy, it has dropouts, it's got to be stable. Just like the Belcanto E1X, which is, it's just, I don't want to get into that. But guys, please, if you're gonna build a channel, have some integrity and don't focus on, oh man, if I can get on here and get as many views as possible, and just stay true to course, stay true to your heart, and give people honest direction that can help them, because this thing can be a nightmare. It's not an easy hobby to navigate. It just isn't, man. There's too much product out there. There's a new product every month. Oh, look at this streamer. Look at that streamer. No. You got to do your research and realize that there's companies that are dedicated to just that. And yes, they cost money, and so they should. They should, because to get that all dialed in right, software, sound quality, that's why Inuus is my favorite, because it's just so plain and simple. Displays fail. I don't need a display with all these fucking fancy meters on it to fail and then have to send it in and get fixed. Do your homework. Don't be compulsive. Just take your time, guys. And if you have to buy an Ever Solo, go ahead. You're just going to pay the price, man. And I can't believe it. Like, I've seen guys that got years in this hobby that bought that piece of junk. I'm sorry to call it that, but it is, man. You can't release a product and say this is better than the ones that cost a lot of money. It can do more I don't want it to do more. If I have a separate system going on, I want dedicated single-purpose components that don't do anything more than they're supposed to do. Even inputs. So I forgot whoever you are, but I saw you come on. I saw the video. I did one similar about it, but I'm just thanking you, that you're sending people on the right direction and telling the truth, right? Just stay away from it. Like I say, the used market will show you, like, whether to believe the hype or not. All of a sudden, these products come out, everyone buys them, and then it's just flooded with them, like everywhere. It's just everyone's getting rid of them. For what, guys? You got to ask yourself. Yeah, so I'll continue to do videos on just don't believe the hype. Try to keep the compulsiveness in check. It's almost like a victory when you don't fall for it, because there's just too much out there, guys. So anyway, it's a really beautiful day. Again, Paul, man, I just can't believe my gratitude to you for the donations toward my channel. It means a lot, because I've put in so much time on this hobby that I felt, you know what? Let's stop being selfish and give back. And do I know everything? Far from it, but I know a bit, man. I really do, because I've been in it deep. To be able to just come on here and free flow to you all every video, I don't care if people think I'm crazy. Well, you gotta be. You gotta be crazy to be the shrink. I need a shrink. So I come on here to try to help others. And it's very rewarding, man, I tell you. So yeah, just like and subscribe. And support the channel down there with the heart, like $1 or $2. I know some of you YouTubers must hate me. Oh, he's on here begging. Well, what about your fucking Patreons and all these other things, right? This is just something, I'm giving back. I'm warning people, that money is not nice to just light on fire. Your kids are important. Your family's important. This is just stuff, and there's no need to waste your money. So thanks, like and subscribe and support the shrink. I'll keep on plugging out the info. Cheers.